In July 2025, an incident at a Chhattisgarh railway station sparked a national debate. The arrest of two Catholic nuns and a tribal man escorting three young women was seen by some as a rescue from trafficking and forced conversion, and by others as state harassment of a minority. What began as a complaint based on suspicion quickly escalated into a legal and political storm. The case highlighted deep anxieties about religious freedom, the misuse of anti-conversion laws, and the influence of vigilante groups in India. The voices of the three young women at the center were initially lost amid the uproar. This story is not just about one arrest, but about the future of religious freedom in India. On July 25, 2025, Sisters Preeti Mary and Vandana Francis with Sukaman Mandavi were traveling with three tribal women to Agra for jobs in nursing homes. Their journey was interrupted at Durg station by Bajrang Dal activists, who accused them of trafficking and forced conversion. Videos of the confrontation went viral, shaping public opinion before any investigation. Police detained the nuns, Mandavi, and the three women, treating the latter as trafficking victims. Serious charges were filed under human trafficking and Chhattisgarh's anti-conversion law. The case was transferred to a special NIA court, underscoring its gravity. The accused remained in custody, their journey derailed by a complaint built on suspicion. The prosecution alleged the nuns lured tribal women with false job promises for trafficking and forced conversion. The Bajrang Dal's complaint claimed the women were being exploited and coerced into Christianity. This narrative played into broader political fears about missionary activity in India. The Chhattisgarh Freedom of Religion Act was cited as the legal basis for the charges. The accusers painted the nuns as predators and the women as helpless, criminalizing even charitable acts. Yet there was no evidence from the women themselves of coercion or deception. No financial or communication trail supported the trafficking claim. The case rested on identity and suspicion, not proof. The defense responded with clear evidence undermining the prosecution. All three women were adults, traveling with parental consent and signed affidavits. The parents confirmed their daughter's journey was voluntary and for employment. Two women stated they were lifelong Christians, refuting the forced conversion claim. The premise of conversion was factually impossible. They were already Christian. The women filed a complaint against the Bajrang Dal, alleging assault and intimidation. Their statements flipped the narrative, suggesting the real coercion came from the activists. The defense exposed the lack of evidence for trafficking or conversion. The case became a test of whether suspicion alone could justify arrest. Judge Sirajuddin Qureshi at the NIA court granted bail to the accused, citing lack of evidence. The court found the investigation was based on suspicion, not proof. There was no credible evidence of trafficking or forced conversion. The women's adult status and parental consent undermined the prosecution's case. The judge noted the women were already Christian, making the conversion charge illogical. The nuns' actions were seen as charity, not criminal inducement. The ruling affirmed that arrests must be based on evidence, not ideology. The case against the nuns and Mandavi was left on shaky ground. The arrests triggered national outrage and protests, especially in Kerala, the nuns' home state. Church leaders and citizens demanded their release, calling the arrests religious persecution. The case became a flashpoint in parliament, with opposition parties accusing the BJP of targeting minorities. The BJP in Chhattisgarh defended the arrests, while its Kerala leaders called them a misunderstanding and lobbied for release. This exposed internal party divisions, reflecting different political realities in each state. Human rights groups and religious leaders framed the case as a test of minority rights. The incident highlighted the tension between law enforcement and religious freedom. The national debate centered on whether the law was being used to protect or persecute. The case became a symbol of the broader struggle over secularism in India. The Chhattisgarh case is part of a wider pattern, especially in BJP-ruled states. Anti-conversion laws, meant to prevent coercion, are often used to target minorities. Vague definitions allow any act of charity to be labeled as allurement. Vigilante groups frequently file complaints, leading to arrests without evidence. Similar incidents have occurred in other states, disrupting religious activities and targeting interfaith relationships. These laws, intended for protection, often become tools of harassment. The challenge is balancing protection from exploitation with genuine religious freedom. The Chhattisgarh case forces India to confront whether its laws protect all citizens equally or enable persecution.